Well, hey, honey, how you doing? Let's do some art. So today is a you, me, same three kind of Saturday. Yeah. I have no idea where that came from. Y'all know that I randomly just break out in song and dance at any point. It's like a musical going on in my head at all times. So, let's just keep it real with y'all. Because y'all fam, you know what I mean? You're my family at this point. I did lose my items for a little bit this time. And really, that's par for the course. But the first time I think I've ever told y'all about it. So I was a little bit panicked at the end, and I was coming in right at the nick of time, which is usually how I roll. And so I had this glorious piece of cardboard that you saw that I had used as my paint palette. And so something said, keep this morsel of cardboard because it's freaking amazing, and I am glad I did, because what I decided to do is make a tiny book today, because these young buck characters that I had here on that yearbook. So I had the Coke label, I had the yearbook, and then I think that's a cocktail fork that you like stab some olives and stuff with. And so yeah, well, it was Michelle's turn, and these were not the easiest, but I think I pulled it out. So what is the You Me Same Three, you may be asking? Well, it's actually where we, Michelle and myself, came up with a collaboration on doing this. Let's see if we use the same items, what would happen? Well, it has been a tremendous amount of fun, and I don't even know, I've lost count as to when we started this challenge. But in the year 2021, we decided to allow other people to play with us. So every month on the first Saturday, we have a Etsy shop together, and we have a limited amount of kits that we will ship out for a super affordable price to allow other YouTubers, Instagrammers, whoever you can play. So make sure to go and check out the description box below so you can see who played this month, and go check out their posts or videos. So with that being said, you see that I just threw everything at that piece of cardboard, and now I have these dudes that I cut apart. And then I have this mini log book, thanks to Junker Tiff on Instagram, who had these cool little mini logs, and I just like it. And I thought, hey, Tiffany, this is the perfect kind of size to go in a quote unquote book and create these signatures. And I will just tell you that ahead of time that I kind of got a little off camera because I was in the zone, honey. And when you in the zone, sometimes that's what's happened because I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. And well, that's what happens. So please forgive me for that. But I am throwing India ink. I'm throwing gesso. And I wanted to keep it super neutral with the black and white, since that is black and white and red, since that's kind of the overall theme of the elements that I had this time. So we do have a playlist as well for Michelle and I's videos that go back and forth. So you are welcome to go back and watch all of the videos prior to that. And this video series does take place every last Saturday of the month. So I'm going in there with a big old fat Woody in red, and I'm just making some very, very organic red scribbles, and I'm keeping my eye on that cocktail fork because I have no idea where it's going to come into play. So there's that. It is there. Alright, so we got to let it all dry, and y'all know I ain't got patience for that, so I had turned that heat gun on, and now I'm just trying to test my size, and you know I am all about that life with a little hangover. So I'm just kind of seeing how far do I want it to hang over, and I also am a super fan of allowing those little, what do you call it, where the little rings, the little holes on the side that go into the notebook that Tiffany just lost the word for. So that thing, I like to keep those on because I think it adds a little bit of extra texture. And now very quickly, we have just created a signature to go in this hot mess piece of cardboard that I kept. And I'm like, okay, let me get my friend Cheryl Waters, who sent me that luscious clippy do thing. And I'm like, let me go ahead and clip that on there, keep it all nice and tight, and then I'm going to do two, that's wax linen thread, I'm doing two of the height of the book, okay, and I'm just doing a very quick pamphlet stitch. In, out, whip it around, whip a nay-nay, tie that baby off, and bada bing, bada boom, sister friends, we have a book just that simple. Yes, I am loving it. And then I'm like, I've got to put my dude friends in here. So, we're going to just slap these babies down with a glue stick, honey, because that's what works. And I'm just randomly putting all of these fun little characters. And what I thought is I actually will probably go back and add a little funny, because if you've been here for any amount of time, you know I do love a good belly laugh. Like, I just like, and these guys kind of reminded me, if you've been here for a long, long time, you may remember Roger. Roger is the guy who I thought was a total tool that was in a yearbook that I found that had like spaghetti wrapped around his head or something in one. And he just looked like a real piece of work. So I come up with this whole laughing story, and my friend Stacy ended up making one that was Roger, or maybe I can't really remember where Roger came from. And then she sent me a postcard that I still have and laugh. It's so freaking funny. But I was thinking that Tim Holtz snarky sticker book, you know, the little smartass ones, would be hilarious to add to this, like, a yearbook. And it's kind of like a zine, I think, is the going term for a tiny book like this, although it's not, like, folded up like a zine, but it's, you know, it's the same principle, I guess. So I went in and found some of my large font, books. This is the same story. This is the same story in the same book, y'all. I've been using for like ever, and this thing just keeps on giving. I just tear this book to shreds. It has beautiful large fonts that I can use, and it has some of the most hilarious Southern sayings in it, which really just resonate with me. But I thought that I could not put my hands on my snarky stickers from Tim Holtz right now, but I thought that I would probably go in and add some of those just to make the story even funnier that would roll with these characters that we have. Because, I don't know, pictures of dudes in yearbooks when they don't really want to have their picture taken and they're looking all quirky, especially back in the day when their hairstyles are funny, it just cracks me up. And so I love any moment that I have the opportunity to laugh. So, you saw what I did with the cocktail fork. Michelle, you got me, girl, because that one was hard to work into what was happening here. So I did take the India ink to dye that wood. I took a black and white polka dotted piece of fabric, wrapped that thing around there, and made it like a little flag, I'm going to say, something like that. And then I'm going to take all these like little quirky sayings that I found. That one says, refrain from murdering you. I don't know, but I think I'm going to be able to come up with a pretty hysterical story between the combination of this vintage book and the Tim Holtz snarky stickers. If you haven't seen those snarky stickers, they just crack me up. Anytime somebody posts something on Instagram, it just is funny. So again, I want to remind you, while you're here, I would love to have you as a subscriber. I do post at least one video, and hey y'all have got 3 videos this week. You should be lit on fire. with inspiration. So I do have over 400 videos now. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you as part of the tribe. It really helps my channel out when you click the like button and make a comment. And you know what? Go a step further. If you think that I have good content, I would love for you to share my channel with someone else. We just went over the 18,000 mark, and my goal was 20,000 this year. So we still have a few months left, and I would really love to hit that goal. And that is where I need you. So I appreciate you so much for being here. If you would, go down, check out the description, and go see all of the other things that were made with these exact same 3 items. You will see those in the description box below. And you see that I glued this cocktail fork with a glue E6000, and then I'm just going to sit something on there to let it dry. I waited overnight, got back up, and bada bing, bada boom, we have this. Now in the still shots, you will see that I actually did some type of wrap around the book itself. To keep it closed. That cocktail napkin did create some tension on the spine, which isn't a bad thing. It just means that it did not close and stay closed. So that's all that is. And you'll see you can do that with any book that maybe has got the alligator mouth because you've been stuffing it full of goodness. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, y'all. And until next time, y'all, toodaloo.